Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Ji ayanu, pakhair ragale, ni hao, shune shumme, washmale. Ohio Gonzalez, Guten Morgen, hi, hugs and hellos, and a very khush ahmadeed to all of those people who are tuned into PT1 and watching World This Morning alongside the one and the only Shahzad Hassan Khan. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. The day today is Friday, and it's the month of August, and we just passed by the Independence Day. But as a matter of fact, we are a free country, we are a free nation, and we are allowed to do whatever we want to do, whatever is possible within our own capacity, with all the ethics and with all the morals. I think this is one thing which all the Pakistanis all around the globe need to remember. But before we move on to what we are talking about, well, in fact, we are talking about making legends in the field of sports, and we will definitely talk about that. But before that, let's take a look at what's going around in the globe. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi has said the government is committed to facilitate exporters and will welcome all proposals to increase exports. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi said Pakistan considers the United States as an important partner and wishes to further strengthen relations with it. Catalan police have killed 4 terrorists and injured a 5th during an attempted van ramming attack in Cambrils, a Catalan town about 60 miles from Barcelona. International Cricket Council announced the schedule for upcoming Under-19 World Cup to be held from January 13 to February 3rd, 2018 in New Zealand. And Real Madrid shrugged off the absence of suspended Cristiano Ronaldo to cruise past rivals Barcelona 2-0 in the second leg of the Spanish Super Soccer Cup to cap a 5-1 aggregate win. Islamabad Football Association team thrashed Rising Suns Soccer Academy India 12-0 in the Gotia Cup China Under-18 football tournament. And just a few more headlines from the newspaper as well, and I think it's going to be about sports, where I was earlier talking about, well, I think this is what we're going to talk about today, so I'm giving it out. Rafael Nadal cruised to victory in his first match since clinching a return to world #1, while Alexander 10 match win Steek was halted at the WTM ATP Cincinnati, or well, I think that's what it is. Masters. Nadal, a 15-time Grand Slam champion who captured his 10th French Open crown in June, defeated Richard Gasquet 6-3, 6-4. Wow. So this is an update from Tennis World. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the top stories from around the world. A few were from the sports, a few from within the country as well. But now I think it's time for a public service message. Listen carefully. All right, so public service message. So these days, quite a lot of parents, they say that, oh, our kids, they always play with these tablets. They do not go out. They need to do some physical activities, and they then just keep on blabbing about what their kids do. So now, as a matter of fact, I think for all of these gentlemen and the ladies we have over here in the studios, they're pride of Pakistan. And the only reason that they have been able to do that is because of the fact that their parents and their families were very supportive of the fact that they have picked up on one sport, and they're dedicated towards that, and their parents, they motivate them every day. In fact, a few of them has actually got their fathers as their coaches too. So that means that all of those parents who are going to take an initiative so that their kids can be healthy and can actually go out and participate, I think that's what you guys need to do. So all those parents who are out there and who most of the time complain that, oh, our kids are always on the tablets, their eyes are getting weakened day by day and whatnot, please make sure that you take initiative yourself. Whatever sports your kids love, please play it with them. And eventually, if they think that they want to be something within the sports, give them an opportunity. Decide that, okay, you're going to get 2 years after this degree, take your 2 years, go do whatever you want to do. And if you're not able to do it, okay, so then whatever I'm saying or whatever I want you to do that. Well, even in that case, you can still be very supportive. So that was the public service message. And now moving on towards what we are talking about today. So, ladies and gentlemen, the world has actually seen quite a lot of tennis stars and legends. For example, Andre Agassi, Sampras, and we were just talking about Nadal too. And then we've got Novak Djokovic. There are too many other people. Then we have got Assam Ulaq from Pakistan and Ravi Bopara. And I mean, there's so many other players that we can still keep on naming them. But as a matter of fact, what we need to do at this point of time is that we need to brand Pakistan. Now, how do we brand Pakistan? For example, if Assam Ulaq plays for Pakistan, wherever he's going to lay his foot, I think people will know that which country is Pakistan and what kind of people they are. So this is a different type of branding. And then we have other heroes as well. Then we have got celebrities who actually promote the soft image of Pakistan too. These young, amazing human beings, what they have done is that they have been all around the globe and they have made sure that they make us proud, and they've always done it. How did they do it? Their journeys, that's what we are talking about. So we have got tennis stars of Pakistan, and obviously, the world knows them too. With us, on my right-hand side, men's team captain, Mr. Asim Shafiq. Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for coming over. For a sportsman, to wake up early in the morning is a very normal thing, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you look fresh?
Because I've been up since 3.
Oh, you've been up since 3. What have you been doing? Anxiety?
No. Prayers.
No, prayers?
I get up early for prayers.
Oh, that's great. Alhamdulillah. And alongside the captain of men's team, we have got one of very amazing players. His name is very superb too. He's none other than Hira Ashik. Hello, Hira ji. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you very much for coming over. We'll definitely indulge in some amazing conversation. But alongside Mr. Hira, we've got the women's team captain, who is none other than Miss Sarah Mansoor. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Wow. I mean, I'm so full of energy, and the response I get, hello, Sarah. How are you? I'm good. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming over. And last but not the least, I think she's been here twice earlier, and it's the 3rd time that she's here. She's one of the legendary players over here in Pakistan, and she's the one who's actually showed us that, there are no barriers if you do not think it over here. So that's what they have done. And I think Sir Mehboob Saab, sir, salute to you too as well, because of the fact that it's obviously your support. Wherever she goes, she's always there. And she's even been to United States of America on a tennis scholarship, and she studied over there. We have been on Instagram together too, so I've been watching all the updates. She's none other than Miss Sarah Mehboob. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. I'm good, and it's really good to be back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming back. But let's get our conversation started. First of all, the first thing which I want to ask so that the people would even know, what's the role of Pakistan Tennis Federation in promoting tennis in Pakistan and outside Pakistan?
Well, first of all, in Pakistan, they're the governing body.
Yeah.
So everything comes through them, is channeled through them.
Yeah.
Last couple of years, after a very long time, we've had a lot of activity, especially international activity. We did not have that after the attack on the Sri Lankan team.
Okay.
So 12 years, we didn't play any Davis Cup ties in Pakistan.
All right.
A lot of people just talk about that. The fact is, it wasn't just that we didn't play Davis Cup. We did not have any junior events here either, international.
All right.
So an entire generation got wasted.
Yeah.
Started this year, and
so for a whole decade, we weren't doing
more.
anything related to tennis.
Because nothing international, because the ITF wasn't awarding us anything based on security reasons. Okay. Can't argue with them too much after what had happened, but I think 12 years was too long.
Yeah.
Right. We had Davis Cup here in Islamabad in the beginning of the year, first time in 12 years. Alhamdulillah, we won. Second round, the team decided not to show up, but now finally the ITF is supporting us, and we're playing the finals next month of Group 2 in Davis Cup.
Well, that's great. So the second team decided not to show up even after a decade when the Davis Cup was happening over here in Pakistan. What kind of team players do we have? I mean, because I think players are supposed to be very disciplined, and if they were supposed to show up, they were supposed to show up.
No,
right?
it's not that. See, a lot of teams, they would complain about our security situation.
Just like that?
Yeah, probably just like that, because when we play here, we play on grass. And mashallah, in the last 20 years, our grass court record has been unbelievable.
Wow.
We have beaten just about everyone in Asia on home ground. So they go to the ITF saying, okay, there's issues. Why can't we reschedule it to a neutral venue? But the ITF supported us. Even the first round, initially Iran talked to the ITF that is everything okay over there? They said yes. and the ITF literally forced countries to come here.
Wow.
We've had 2 high-level ITF officials visiting us already. Frank, who's with the development department, and they are supporting us, and that's all we need. And I think in the next 2 months we're getting some international tournaments. It's been more than a decade for that too, so good things happening.
And can you be more specific and let us know about the dates when all of these
December.
things are going? In December?
The Davis Cup is
in
next
Pakistan?
month. Yes, the Davis Cup is next month here in PSB.
Okay.
14, 15, 16th, I think, and that's the final of Group 2.
Okay.
And we're playing against Thailand.
Wow.
Right, so we win that, inshallah.
Swabi up,
be
bidai,
in-
bidai.
We'll be in Group 1.
Very nice. Okay, so we'll move on to the other captain, the women's captain, who's none other than Miss Sara Mansoor. So, Miss Sara, what have you guys been doing?
Well, this is for the first time I'm the captain of the ladies team. So we are preparing for the Asian Indoor Games, which are going to be held in Tajikistan.
Turkmenistan.
Sorry,
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan next month. So we are preparing for that.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, what did you do in the last decade?
Well, I have been playing national tournaments, international tournaments. Few months back, we went for Islamic Games.
Yeah.
In
Fed
Azerbaijan.
Cup?
Azerbaijan. Yeah.
Fed Cup too as well?
Yeah, Fed Cup, and then at the last year I won a bronze medal in South Asian Games.
Wow, see, this is what I want you guys to share with all our viewers out there, because we are going out in 46 different countries. Even if people do not like to watch or English shows over here in Pakistan, doesn't really matter. We are the global image of Pakistan, and this is how we want to do it. We want to promote the soft image of Pakistan. That it's just not me as a young and a handsome guy who can be on television and speak English, but there can be these people who have their own talents too. So yeah, bronze medal then.
And so now, like the recent activity which we are doing, we are preparing for the Asian Indoor Games.
Very nice. Let's move on to Sara Mehboob. So Sara, it's been long that you've been playing tennis now, alhamdulillah. Your father is your own coach. So what have you been doing recently? First of all, let's get started with that, and then we'll move on to Hira, and then we'll talk about your journeys. Yeah, let's get started.
Well, lately, as Sara said, we're just training really hard. We want to do really well in the Asian Indoor Games that are coming up. But other than that, we've just been playing a lot of national tournaments, and ever since I've come back from the US, I've just been focusing on playing in Pakistan and getting my ranking back up to where it used to be, because I was the youngest national champion in Pakistan, but obviously in 2011 I chose to go abroad to study because I got a full scholarship there, and I realized that it was a much more realistic option to go there and do that rather than just, because as you know, tennis is like really unpredictable. You don't know if you're going to go pro, you don't know how much money you're going to make. It's not a very stable career to choose, especially for a woman in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So I chose to go to America, spent 4 years there. I came back in 2015, and ever since then I'm trying to just kind of just play.
Get your rankings back
Yep.
up. Okay, so how does this ranking help? I mean, for example, let's talk about polo. So there's this handicap. So what's with tennis, and how do we rank? Is it the Pakistan Tennis Federation who's going to rank the players, or is it going to be the ITF, or what?
No, the Pakistan Federation, they will rank you for the national tournaments.
Okay.
So
for all of those national tournaments which you've been playing, they will rank
the
you for
points
that.
add up. So if you're quarters or semis or winners, they add up.
So if you don't mind me asking, what's your ranking?
No, I stopped playing. It's been 7-8 years I've been coaching since.
So you're coaching now?
Yeah. I was Pakistan #1 when I was playing. I played Davis Cup for about 12 years. I stopped in 2009, I think, 2010.
All right. Now, before we move on to that, let's move on to Hira ji. Hira ji, assalamu alaikum. Still there?
Yes.
Yeah. Let us know what you have been doing recently.
Actually, last month I was in Sri Lanka, so I played their national tournaments, and also I played futures.
Wow.
So in national, last year I won their national. I beat all Sri Lanka #1, #2 players, and also in futures I played my best, but I lost in first final qualifying. So against Indian guy, it was 3 sets. And in Pakistan recently I'm #3 now. So I'm so happy that this is my first time that I'm going to be represent for a team.
So you're happy now, you're proud.
Of course.
Okay, that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, I think at this point of time we'll go for a short break, don't go anywhere, but when you guys are going to come back, I think we're going to ask about, because usually most of the times this is what happens, that people come and they say that, the sports board is not probably looking into the merit of the people or the ranking or whatnot, and people call them, and that's how they select. So I just wanted to check whether Pakistan Tennis Federation works on merit or not. Good morning.
The ancient city of Taxila is the heart of stonework in Pakistan. This art, which has been preserved and practiced for centuries, can be seen on many major landmarks of the country. Notably, the Pietra Dura work in the Lahore Fort's Sheesh Mahal. These stone products take days to complete and require immense precision and skill from the craftsmen. The final products are perfect for souvenirs, gifts, and decoration pieces, each depicting the richness of Pakistani culture at its best. Camel skin and ivory craft are trademarks of Multan's handicraft repertoire. Camel skin is cleaned, dried, and mounted onto molds which can be of any shape desired. Multicolored lacquer painting is then used to ornament the molds, which in the end bear a Mughal or Persian feel. Ivory is crafted into pens, chess sets, jewelry, and other accessories such as keychains by the expert craftsmen. Such detailed work, while being extravagant, is indeed a feat to achieve, and craftsmen of Multan produce beauty with their work which is worthy of global admiration. The enchanting arts and crafts of Pakistan.
इंडियन के साथ नहीं खेला.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into PTYU watching one this morning. Meanwhile, when we took a break, there's somebody who's actually joined us. But before that, I was just teasing them with all of what I had to say, so I was just doing quite a lot of it. So, but it's perfectly all right. I was just kidding. But now we've been joined by somebody, ladies and gentlemen, who thinks that he's a bigger star because he's been playing tennis for so long and he can show up late to the TV shows or to the TV recordings or whatever. But he's a great guy. He's been on the show earlier, very fabulous. I am a very big fan of him because of the fact that when the last time he came with quite a lot of medals, and you know, he definitely had quite a lot of achievements to share with us too. He's none other than Mr. Ahmed Chaudhry. Hello, how are
Hello.
you?
Thank
Assalamu
you.
alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you very much for coming. You were way too shy early in the morning. It's like you know, I'm your rishta wali auntie. Come on, yaar. Talk like a man. Talk like a sportsman.
I don't think
be
he's
too
going to
shy.
say much now.
Your rishte wali auntie is here. Okay, it's perfectly all right. Now, you know, coming back to the point that, so we do say, because we do have under 19 in cricket, you know, this is, which is the most popular sports in Pakistan, and then we've got under 16, and then we've got under 13. So from the grassroots level, this is like an Australian copy-paste kind of concept. This is how it works in Australia, and since Australia has been the very amazing cricket team for years and years, so this is what we did. So now in Pakistan Tennis Federation, do you think that it's like you have to do it yourself if you want to be a tennis player, or there's some grassroots level checks, or then there are these tournaments for under 13, under 16, under 19, so that you polish the talent too?
Okay, the under 18s have always been there.
Okay.
The 18s and 14s. But around the world, there's a lot of emphasis on under 10 tennis now.
Okay.
That has yet to arrive in a big way in Pakistan.
All right.
It's in a couple of tournaments in Karachi, some tournaments in Islamabad, and they require special balls, slightly bigger, slightly softer. But it's starting to happen. And if it gets going now, we're going to start seeing the results maybe 5 or 6 years from now.
All right. Now, usually when I go to Islamabad club, I see quite a lot of kids playing tennis, but you know, it's not really very formal, or it's not under the umbrella of Pakistan Tennis Federation. That's what you're saying?
Look, the Pakistan Tennis Federation, you need to understand, they are a governing body.
Yeah, I know.
They give you programs.
But they do not have a program for under 10, right?
No. We are starting junior programs now.
All right.
There have been junior programs in patches
Okay.
where you would have a camp and then some tournaments or something. But now they're actually starting JTI in a big way. Hopefully that gets started as soon as possible.
Right.
And we're trying to do something for the coaches, because I think unless the coaches raise their standards, you know, nothing's going to happen. And that's where we're losing out to the world, I think, more than anything.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're a coach too.
Now I am, yeah.
So then how are you raising your standards?
I just came back from Spain. I did the highest level there is.
Really?
I got
Certified?
Level 3 certified, yeah. But the thing is, there's not enough.
Okay.
I mean, we're the 6th biggest country in the world population-wise. There's 2 level 3s here. To my
Only
knowledge,
two,
two, yeah.
in the
I'm second
entire
one.
country?
I'm the second one.
And who's the first one?
Kamran. He did it in 2012, I think.
All right.
And there's one more level 2 guy. She went for her level 2s. She's going to Iran again to complete it.
Wow. Who's she? Sarah.
Sarah Mansoor.
Sarah Mansoor.
Mansoor. Trying to encourage her to do her level 1s, because I'd really like to see, since I'm going to be involved a little bit with the development of Pakistan tennis in the next few years, inshallah. I'd like to see
and then
more.
if something goes wrong, man, do let us know. We'll bash him on TV.
No worries.
Well, let's move on to Ahmed over here. Very sorry if I'm barging in. So, Ahmed, what have you been doing recently? Did you get us any medal, any cup, anything?
I've been playing tennis. I stopped training for a while, and now I started again a few months back. And
Why did
now,
you stop?
I was when I came
you got
back
married?
from. No, it's not that. When I came back from from Austria, I was. I applied for my visa again. I didn't get it, so I was a little bit disheartened. So I stopped tennis for a while, but now I've started again. So, and I'm in the games as well. That's
Asian
going-
indoor games?
Asian indoor games,
Wow.
and he's our coach. So I'm training again with him, and inshallah, I'll be back soon.
Okay, very nice. So, you know, congratulations that, you know, you picked yourself up, you've raised your morale, and you're going to do it. But now I think what we're going to do is that we're going to start from Sarah Mehboob Khan. And we want to know your journey, you know, when you were a kid and, you know, your father was a player himself. How was it for you? Was it easy? Was it difficult? And then we'll come down to Mr. Asim.
Well, it was easy in the sense that since my dad was already into tennis, he was a coach, so he basically introduced me to tennis. It was like basically from ever since I can remember, I've been playing tennis because of him. So it was easy in the sense that I never had to pay any coaching fees, which is obviously really expensive. Tennis
it?
is an expensive sport. You have to pay a lot if you want to, you know, take private lessons. But I didn't have to do that, so I was really lucky. And he knew me well. He knew my game well, so it was never an issue. But of course, once you take up any sport, and you want to like move forward with it, it obviously is very challenging because you have to commit to it, you have to be disciplined, and you have to pretty much, there's a pretty big opportunity cost. You have to let a lot of things go if you want to pursue tennis. So that was obviously really tough, and sometimes you don't understand that as a kid. You don't understand why you can't go to someone's birthday party, you can't understand why you can't do so many normal things, but then eventually when it starts paying off, that's when you start getting addicted to it more and more. And that's how it was for me, and yeah, that's how it kind of started, and I grew to like it even more when I won my first national tournament at the age
And you
of
were
14.
the youngest national champion in Pakistan.
And at
right?
15, I was number one, and from that point on, I was number one till I was 20 actually,
Wow.
when I went to US for a scholarship, as I said. So yeah.
Okay, so in between, I think that there's this point when we started the conversation, you said that now I'm just trying to get my rankings back up. I think, I don't know, I'm feeling or I'm getting this feel that you feel as if if you wouldn't have been to US, it would have been better over here in Pakistan.
For me,
Yeah.
tennis-wise, no, honestly, I felt at that time the reason why I chose to go to America was because I felt like there was nothing really left for me to accomplish in Pakistan.
MashaAllah.
And it was a huge opportunity that was presented to me, a full ride scholarship at the University of New Mexico, and I thought that that was it. Because
And how many other kids are out there who actually know that there are these sports scholarships going on, and then you can avail them too?
sadly, a lot of people don't avail them, which I don't understand, because to become a pro in any sport, that obviously is not, it's very risky, and this is something that actually is, you get a full education out of it, 4 years of education in America, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And you get to play collegiate tennis, and I played NCAA Division I, which is very, very competitive. So it's a huge, it's an amazing experience. And then you can always take up tennis professionally afterwards if you feel like, you still have anything left in you after you played 4 years of college. If you can always, a lot of professional players have done that. James Blake did it, Sam Querrey, the American player.
Wow.
The one, he's on tour right now, and yeah, so a lot of people do that. So it's up to you.
And do you think that, your game actually improved when you went to US and you've been playing for 4 years and now you came back? Do you think it's better? Do you think you can beat Sara Mansoor?
Yeah, we're very competitive. But yeah, no, obviously it helped me a lot because there were 8 girls on the team, and you're constantly, when you're not playing against other colleges, you're playing against each other. So you're always very competitive. And especially in doubles, we played a lot of doubles over there, which by the way, we don't have doubles in any tournaments in Pakistan for ladies, which is really, really sad. And which is a huge disadvantage for us, because when we go to play Fed Cup, and we have to play doubles in Fed Cup, so it's really that transition, like trying to team up with each other and learn like who's gonna play with who and who's gonna be partners with who.
Yeah,
and
it's all
just
of a
do all
sudden,
that.
it's like sitting in a 4-door car moving from a 2-door sports car,
Yeah,
That's how it
because
is.
there's not enough girls. That's why they don't hold doubles
All
tournaments in
right.
Pakistan, which is really unfortunate.
We'll definitely get back to this point, but let's listen to what Sara has to say about her journey. Go ahead, Sara.
Well, I started playing. Actually, I had no intention of playing it professionally, but I started off playing in a summer camp, and from there I played my first under 14 tournament, and from there I started playing tennis. I took it very seriously, and plus apart from this, my sports is in my family. My grandfather was a boxer.
Wow.
My cousins were
What was
into
his name?
sailing. Major Abdul Rashid.
Wow, very nice.
And my cousins were into sailing, so and I picked up tennis, and from there I started playing tennis.
All right, so do you think it was easy for you if it was a part of your family, or even then it wasn't easy for you? Because your grandfather was a boxer does not really mean that it's going to be very easy for women to actually choose and play sports on a very professional level.
You know what, my grandfather was very supportive. Out of all the grandchildren, he used to be I'll say it in Urdu, he used to say, "Ye green blazer har ek ko nahi milta."
Exactly.
The green color, you don't get it, nobody gets the chance to wear the green color for your country. So, and plus my parents were very supportive, very
Alright.
supportive. And then when I went to college and then university, even my university where I'm doing my masters,
Yeah.
even they're very supportive.
Okay, that's amazing. So for both of you, it wasn't really that difficult. But Sara, you just mentioned that there are not many women playing tennis over here in Pakistan. That's why it's very hard for even the PDF to come up with women's double schedule, right? So, what challenges do you think women face in picking up a sports of their own choice?
Well, I don't think any school in Pakistan that I know of has like an extracurricular activity, like kind of special thing where kids are encouraged
They
to
do
play.
not even have grounds these days.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Most
So
of them
you
don't.
have to be very privileged if you want to pick up a sport.
Yeah.
We have a membership at Islama Club, and that was kind of what enabled me to play tennis regularly. I was
Yeah.
able to go there as a member, but not every person can walk into Islama Club and play tennis. There, we don't have public courts, and especially for women, I mean, no one encourages women to play a sport. That's just kind of the mindset that we have as a culture, unfortunately. I mean, and Sara and I are very lucky because our families are different. They're not like the typical Pakistani families, because they don't encourage girls. A typical Pakistani
So, what do you
family.
think you, as a sportswoman, are going to do for all those other women who are actually trying or struggling to be a professional or a pro?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I personally.
Because I think Asim Saab has got a recommendation for you to go and do level 1 and then level 2, and I think that's going to help.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's a
actually
big
getting
step.
at. That
Yeah.
is actually what I was going to get at, is that is something I want to do. In fact, my father and I, we have started our own coaching program in the Tennis Federation, and I'm going to be involved in that in the capacity that I want to basically focus on, like, any girls, any women that want to come up and want to take up tennis. I want to be there and help them and coach them, because I know a lot of families have reservations that, oh, we don't want a male coach coaching our girls.
Yeah.
So that is where I want to take the initiative, that I want to work alongside my dad and coach any girl that comes, and I want to really be kind of play any role that I can
Right.
in helping girls kind of get to that level.
Amazing. So, Hiraji, what about you?
Actually, I started tennis because of my dad, because my dad is tennis coach, and I started tennis when I was 6 years old. And yeah, it was difficult for me to play because tennis is so expensive.
You might not even be taller than the net, yeah. When you started playing, 6 years old is like that age where, I think you're just like, what, 3 feet or 4 feet?
Of course.
3 feet, I think.
Yeah, and I was like first tournament I won when I was 12 years old, and I was not serious for in tennis, but after selected for a team, then I work hard, and also my elder brother, he worked on me very hard. So then after that I played a lot of tournaments, Asian, and I played for Junior Davis Cup.
Tell us about all of these tournaments so that the world would actually know, because eventually what happens is people say, oh, we have so many unsung heroes, nobody talks about them, they've done so much for Pakistan, and when eventually you get the opportunity, I played so many tournaments. But which tournaments? What did you do? Did you win? Did you lose? All of those hardships you faced?
Yeah, it was like first time when we went to Myanmar, we went with the Davis Cup team, and we beat their 4 teams, and we lost to Uzbekistan in finals, but we qualified for Australia.
Wow, that's good. And now?
Now, like I'm selected for a team, so I will try my best to do my best there.
All right. That's it. Thank you. What about you, Ahmed?
Yeah, my dad introduced this sports to me.
Oh,
And,
everybody's father has introduced the
yeah.
sports. Yeah. Come on. I mean, tennis, I think, is one of those sports where we can even talk about that, it runs in the blood, yeah. That's it. Nobody else is going to pick up a racket and play. Yeah, it's just
No,
like
but
politics.
Unfortunately, it's almost true.
Yeah, it
Because
is. almost.
every tennis player, male or female in Pakistan, somebody in the family played.
But, there might have been somebody within the family who picked it up for the first time, yeah. It's not like that everybody
Yeah.
came and started playing tennis.
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
it's not like my dad was a professional player. He was
Alright.
just a club player, and he wanted me to go professional. And when I started, I really enjoyed the
Thank you
sport.
for saying that. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it.
Yeah. And I had a lot of coaches. Ashim Bhai was one of them, and I think I improved my game a lot when I was with him. And I think I came serious when I was 16 years old,
Yeah.
and then I started playing really good tennis, and I became more fit and stronger. And then I never came into under 18 or under 16 Davis Cup team, but my goal was to come in men's Davis Cup team. And then in 2015, I was selected in Davis Cup, men's Davis Cup, and I had the opportunity to travel with the top players to Sri Lanka against Kuwait.
And I think that's when you came to the show.
Yeah,
too.
that's when I came last
mashallah.
year. Yeah, and it was a really nice experience. And then I wanted to pursue it further. I wanted to go professional, and then I was traveling a lot, so that's why I was in Pakistan a lot. And then when I came back, I had a few issues of visas. It's very difficult to get visas now, for especially for Europe, because of the situation of the world.
Yeah.
And then I left tennis for a little while, but now I started again. I'm training again.
Okay, so did you give up on tennis because of the fact that you didn't get the visa? Was this just the only reason,
Yeah,
or
this
there were other reasons too?
No, this was the only reason, because there are no international tournaments in Pakistan,
Yeah.
and the national level is not so high. Like, you cannot make a good living out of it.
Now the Davis Cup's coming next month.
Yeah,
Yep.
inshallah.
Yeah.
See,
So, but this year it all started.
so
this
you're
year.
on now.
I'm
So you're
on
back
now.
on.
Yeah, I'm back.
No, but
now.
what he's talking about are prize money tournaments, which are
Oh.
called futures
Yeah.
and challenges. That
Right.
we haven't had since that attack on the Sri Lankan team. So that's happening, inshallah, in December for the first time in, I don't know, 7 or 8 years.
Wow, that's great. So Asif sir, what about your journey then? Okay, so because you've stopped playing, you're a coach now.
Yeah.
You've been playing for so many other years, and then you have won so many titles, and for Pakistan, obviously. So who played in your family?
Both
I
my
think
parents.
that's the right thing to ask. Both your parents.
Both my parents. Not
Wow.
tennis, but both my parents were athletes.
Wow.
And my earliest memories were I would go to the club with them and play tennis one day, play badminton the other day. My mom was a national athletics champion. Dad played table tennis, cricket, hockey. Mom played like 5 sports. So it was cool and that. And eventually my parents encouraged me to take any individual sport rather than a team sport.
Yeah.
And so I started with tennis. I started late, I think 11 or 12. But
And that's what you consider late.
it's late because
So I think I cannot even start now, right? I'm
if you want to
done.
win Wimbledon, no.
Wimbledon, no.
No, the age he started is the age that people around the
Neeraj
world are starting. Hanji, 5'6" is
The age.
the age now.
If
And
you
they've
want to be a
got-
pro.
Yeah, because they've got special rackets, smaller courts, those balls and everything. We didn't have that. I slowly went through the juniors, 14s, 18s. I was top 50 in the world in juniors, in under 18s. That's the time we struggled, not just with my career, but as a family, because my dad quit his job for a while to travel with me, and then there was a point where we just ran out of money. I couldn't play abroad. So from being top 50 in the world, it came to a point where I was just playing Pakistani tournaments until I got a job in Allied Bank. And then I just started playing local tournaments only. And I was Pakistan #1 a couple of times, won a lot of national tournaments, some medals, SAF games, Islamic games, gold medal.
How easy it is for you. Some medals, But
Long time
quite a
ago.
lot of hard work, bro. Honestly.
It is. You're not going to get anything without hard work. It's
Exactly.
hard work. A lot of it is very frustrating, which is something I think everybody here will identify with, because I think the worst feeling is some of us actually don't give up on education, but the ones that do, if you don't make it,
You don't make it.
You don't pay the bills.
Yeah.
We're not talking Ferraris and the ATP level. We're talking you don't pay the bills.
Yeah.
And if you're not winning
Very
tournaments
basic.
in Pakistan, you're not winning tournaments even if you're getting to the finals. The time I was getting to the finals, I wasn't breaking even. It's when I started winning, and the year that I was #1, the second time especially, that's when the first time I actually saved some money. And then I used that money to go and play some tournaments abroad. So it's frustrating for all of us because yes, there are not a lot of opportunities. Now the number of tournaments has increased over the last 3-4 years. That's good. The prize money has slightly increased. Again, that's good because this will get more people inspired.
Exactly.
But we've all been through a situation where we would have played more tournaments abroad had it been for sponsors.
All right.
And we just waited and nothing happened.
And this is one thing which I would actually raise awareness about, and that is that we see so many TV shows every other day, and they're full of these commercials and sponsors and whatnot, and they're giving away these cars to people and whatnot, and then there's gold. As a matter of fact, for all those people who come to those shows, even if they beg the host for like a minute only, oh sir, please de dena, please sir, oh, isko motorcycle de do yaar. I mean, have some sense, people. For all of those people who are going through all of these hardships, don't you think that probably that one motorbike is going to cost you around 40,000-50,000 rupees? I think that's a tour to Thailand. That's what it costs. That's what it costs. So for all those people who are out there, please make sure that even if you're sponsoring or if you're investing, invest on the image of Pakistan, invest on the people of Pakistan. Do not invest on people who are goons on television, who do not really have their own direction. Please do not do that, and we do not want to be a country or a nation which is actually been led by fools like those goons on television. Please don't do that. It's a simple request. I think this is what I need to say. And then there's one more thing for all those people who are out there and want their kids to play tennis. There's this level 3 coach who's going to tell you when to start, how to start, and what to do. Look at the camera, tell them.
Well,
And how to save cost too.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's called a JTI program. It's already happening in Pakistan, but not in a big way. And we're trying to make sure that we get it to most of the private schools, some of the government schools, and it will be cost effective, obviously, because it's a big group. And what we're trying to do is we get the school to pay something to the federation. The federation sends the coach, and they do a program for all ages, specifically 10 and under, and if you want to stretch it a bit, 12 and under. Because if you can get kids interested in that age and retain them by making it fun, they'll be hooked for life.
Yeah.
If it's not fun for them, now that the reason they came up with those softer balls, if you take a 6, 7, 8, even 10-year-old kid and he plays tennis for the first time, with the normal ball and racket, he's going to struggle.
All right.
You know, he's going to hit cricket ke chhakke jisko hum kehte hain.
Yeah.
And he's not going to enjoy it. He's not going to come back. With those softer balls, he can whack it as hard as he wants. It's still going to go over. And from day one, they can play points. That's what kids like. You know, they watch their heroes
they're very
on
competitive.
TV.
Ah,
Yeah,
you know, I'm
they
gonna
want to
do
do
it.
what those guys are doing.
Ah, yes.
They don't want to stand there and say, Acha, you know, just do this,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this,
yeah.
stand there for 2 months and then
Yeah,
stand there
groom-
for no.
groom-
They want to do what Federer is doing, what Nadal is doing, play points at their own level.
Yeah.
So this is what we're trying to do. Inshallah, it's going to start happening very soon. And there's going to be a lot of centers all over Pakistan. We're not just focusing in
Yeah.
one place.
Right. And then there's this one guy. I'm very sorry, I do not know his name, but he's very tricky with his racket. you know.
Mansoor Bahrami.
Oh,
Irani.
dude, I love
Fantastic.
that player. I love that player. People do follow that player. I mean, he's very amazing. And he's just, you know, he's on social media
I
very
was
recently.
lucky to actually play against him in Davis Cup.
Wow.
It was my first year playing,
Yeah.
and I was playing with Omar Rashid, and he's unbelievable. He's
All right.
unbelievable as a player.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us. You know, you are our national heroes and you are our international legends as well, inshallah, in time to come. And please make sure that you stay dedicated, even if you don't get a visa, even if you don't have money, even if you don't have food to eat. Just be true to yourself and true to your sport, because you didn't choose your sport chose you. Thank you very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. This is it for now. And please do not forget to write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. On Twitter, it's World This Morning without a G. On Daily Motion YouTube, it's World This Morning, World This Morning. The fabulous repeat is going to be at 11 p.m. And for all those people who are out there and who think that they're going to agree to that sponsor kind of thing which I told you, please make sure that you contact us on our pages, and we'll definitely get you through to all of these players, and that'll be great for them. We'll bring a smile on their faces. Smile. Yeah. Good morning.
Be the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.